I've been yelled at in taxis for being gay. I've gotten death stares for wearing skirts and heels. And I've had people judge me, question me, and make me feel like I need to hide, and the way that I was inherently wrong. But in Bangkok, I've wore silver boots on the back of motorbikes and nobody's blinked tonight. I've wore dresses, wigs, lipstick in public and nobody even questions it. But that's not even the craziest part. So let me tell you, I've always been a little bit of a rebel. I've always lived my life on my terms, the way that I want to do things. I've always done things against the grain. But I always had this guard up. I've always had this guard of protection up, being always look over my shoulder, make sure everything's okay. Anticipating, am I safe? But trust me, I never let this stop me, but this is always there. This was always a feeling that I had living in Australia in the back of my mind. But about 1 year ago, I came to Bangkok, and my very first day in this city, I remember it like it was yesterday. The first day I got here, the very first day, I actually met up with a friend that I'd already met up with online, and we connected online, and we were like, let's go and take a photo shoot. Let's celebrate that we both just came to Bangkok. Met up around M Quartier, Prong Pong area, and I was wearing my heels that I just bought the day before. I got this beautiful headscarf and I was ready for this photo shoot. I was walking down the street. In the back of my mind, I still had that protection barrier I had up, like, are people going to be looking at me? Are people going to be staring at me? What is going to be happening? And all I was met with was like, oh my gosh, you look amazing. Sway Mark, Narak Mark Loy. People were commenting on how I looked, saying I look cute and beautiful. But I was like, oh, I'm not getting the hate that I'm used to. I still used to do this in Australia, but I would get death stares or people looking at me. But here, I just felt immediately accepted. That day, I made a video in Bangkok about the freedom, and I will link the video here. It went super viral, like over 500,000 views. And people were just like, yes, you can be yourself here. We don't judge you. And that feeling of freedom, that overwhelming feeling of freedom is something that I've never experienced in my life before. Yes, I felt freedom living in Australia. Yes, I felt freedom traveling the world. But this sense of freedom was just like, wow, nobody genuinely gives a shit. Nobody cares about what you do behind closed doors. And today I want to talk about the truth about being gay in Bangkok, because I'm sure it's not what you think. So number one, what I think everybody gets wrong when they think of Bangkok, they think of the white parties, the gay Songkran parties, and the ladyboys. That's kind of the general census of what the gay community thinks about when they come to Thailand. Because this is what I thought a long time ago, years ago, before I did my research, before I came here. I was like, oh, it's just like the gay parties, and you have to look a specific way, you have to do a specific thing to fit in. And yes, you have the half-naked parties, you have people dancing on the floats, you have all of those things. That is available to you, and if that is your vibe, go for it. You're gonna have the time of your life and enjoy. Nobody really talks about, like, Bangkok and Thailand in general is so much more than that. So if you're not into partying, if clubbing isn't your thing, past that phase in your life where you're like, I want more real connection, something deep, you'll find something in Bangkok. You can still feel safe, and most importantly, you can still feel free here. Because it's not about the nightlife, it's about life. It's about walking down the street with your partner holding their hand and nobody cares. It's about wearing what you want, skirt, heels, crop top, whatever makes you feel like you, and having people just let you exist. It's about going into a cafe, ordering food, having a conversation, making a new friend, building a life where your sexuality isn't the main character of every situation. Not once has any Thai person ever asked me, are you gay? And you know what? We talk about everything else. We talk about travel, we talk about life, we talk about our dreams and hopes, what we want to create, and just stupid funny things that happen in day-to-day life that's going to make you laugh. And my sexuality is not a thing. It's not the elephant in the room, it's just a very small part of who I am. So if you're somebody who's thinking, oh, I'm not really a party person, maybe I'm not gonna like Bangkok, I'm telling you right now that that is not true. And Bangkok is for anybody who is looking to be themselves, to better themselves, and expand who they are as a person, because this city will expand you. It's really funny to me, Thai people are not obsessed with your sexuality like you think they are. You might think Thai people maybe will constantly be analysing you, judging you, looking at you, questioning. But I'm telling you right now, they genuinely don't care. But you know what Thai people do care about? Are you kind? Are you polite? Are you respectful? Are you fun to be around? Can you make somebody laugh? Are you enjoyable? Do you have good energy? That is it. That is all people care about. And in Western countries, and I'm speaking in my experience coming from Australia, Your sexuality is like page 1 of like the identity. The first thing people notice, and it's the first thing that they're gonna have opinions about. But in Thailand, that's just not a thing at all. Nobody's sitting there being like, oh, that person's gay, let me think about that for a while. They're thinking, does this person need help? Do they need directions? Have they eaten yet? The amazing thing is this healed something in me that I actually never knew was broken. Growing up, I never really felt like I fit in. I was bullied from the boys, so I didn't fit in with the boys, and I was friends with the girls, but I wasn't a girl, so I didn't feel like I really fit in with the girls either. I was kind of in this in-between phase. Then, as I got older, I struggled with men, straight men specifically. And I had this fear and this belief that straight men were always out to get me because of my childhood, because of what happened to me. Since moving to Bangkok, I've made friends with straight people for the first time in my life. This is Thai men and Western men, but people who genuinely care, who want to show you around, who want to help you, who invited me to places, who invited me events and treated me as a person, not as a sexual identity. And that really healed something deep inside of me because I really had this belief that I wasn't ever going to have straight male friends, but now I have so many, and I've met with the kindness from Thai people, which then opened me up to meeting more foreigners and Westerners who live here who are also straight, and it's been a massive part of my journey since moving here. Here's the real truth about being gay living in Bangkok. It's not about the parties, it's not about the nightlife, it's not about the legal policies. It's about waking up to the freedom to literally being yourself and waking up every day knowing that you are safe to be who you want to be. Because for me, it's unlocked this fear around the way that I dress, because I've always said, like, I used to dress the way that I want to dress. Now I'm like, oh my God, Bangkok has so many amazing queer fashion brands, different clothes you can wear, expanded the way that I dress and the way that I express myself. Because in Australia, when I would make content, people would say not nice things particularly. And in Thailand, my comments are from Thai people saying, maybe you should wear a skirt, maybe you should get a wig, maybe you should get, oh, I'd love to see you with red lipstick on one day. Just so narak and so cute, and I really love that. Truthfully, like since moving to Bangkok, there has been so many times where I'm just riding on the back of a motorbike and I'm just filled with tears, filled with gratitude, filled with emotion, filled with so much, like I get kunluk, I get goosebumps because I'm just like so grateful that I get to call this city my home. And I'm not saying I'm going to be here forever, because who knows what's forever. I miss my family every single day, but right now, like, it's just unlocking this part of me and really allowing me to be who I am, and the people that I'm meeting and the experiences that I'm having is just so life-changing. And I'm just like, literally, I could cry right now because I get so emotional and so grateful to even be here. I even get messages from Thai people who have moved overseas that are currently living in Australia, Amsterdam, London, and they thank me for my content because I've given them a different perspective on how they used to view Thailand, and now they see they've been really interested with my perspective on Thailand since I've moved here, and I've given them more appreciation for their own country. I've helped some of them miss them. Some of them even said they're moving home because of me. Because this is when I realized being myself isn't just for me, it's for the ripple effect. Because when I show up as myself fully, truly, unapologetically, I allow other people to do the same. Thailand legalized same-sex marriage January 2025. And that is huge. It's the first country in Southeast Asia to do it and the third country in Asia. And the only negativity I have faced in Thailand is from other Farang, other foreigners who are living here. And because some conservative foreigners bring their homophobic mindset and they will still project that onto people, and you will see that with a lot of even men making fun of ladyboys in their content, and it's like, are you going to grow up? My people have only ever received kindness. People always say to me, Danny, like, yeah, but you live in Bangkok. You're talking about Bangkok's experience. You're not talking about all of Thailand. For all of Thailand, because I haven't traveled to all of Thailand. I have traveled a lot in Thailand, to the northern region, southern region, central region, northeastern region, and I've been to some very rural areas. Still felt safe. I felt safe in all of these areas, going out at night, traveling by myself, traveling with other gay people. I do talk mostly from my experience in Bangkok because I currently live here, but I have traveled a lot in Thailand, and I felt completely safe in all other provinces. And while yes, obviously in Bangkok it's a lot more cosmopolitan, it's definitely probably more accepting than other parts of Thailand, this is a general mindset in Thailand. It does vary province to province, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not being disrespectful. And if you are met with people looking, it's always met with curiosity. It's not met with hate. It's not met with people trying to bring you down or yelling at you on the street, catcalling. I lived in Mexico and Guatemala last year. I loved it. I love those countries. I will go back. But I did have a lot of catcalling, fear. Oh my God, am I being chased? Do I need to worry about my safety? That is not something I ever worry about in Thailand. So here is what I want you to take away from this video. If you are gay or queer and you are thinking about either coming to Bangkok to travel, coming here to live, coming here to have an extended holiday, be a digital nomad for a little while, my advice to you, be kind, be yourself, don't hurt anybody, and you will be fine. That is literally it. You will meet the nicest people you have ever met in your life. You will have the best conversations you will ever have in your life, especially if you start learning a little bit of Thai. Just try and learn a little bit of Thai. Even if you just say, Sawadee ka, kapung ka, Thai people will be like,พูดไทยชัดมากเลยเรียนที่ไหน They will love the effort. So I really encourage you to just try a little bit. I also encourage you, don't just stay in the expat bubble. Don't just only hang out with foreigners. Push yourself out of your comfort zone to make new Thai friends, because Thai people do love making friends with Farang as well. Culture. Some of my friends that I was friends with have just moved to Australia. I gave them all of these tips, and we met the first week I moved to Thailand, and we were in touch a lot, and he's just moved to Australia, and this is just something like these connections you could build for life. Try and integrate into the culture, even just a little bit. You don't have to go like 100% on day one, but just try and make an effort, and it goes such a long way. That's where the real magic happens, because Thai people aren't going to see your sexuality as a barrier to entry, to being your friend, to inviting you to their house, to going to their hometown. Because since being here, which is almost a year now, it has healed so many wounds for me. It has helped me really be myself even more so. And I hope it does the same for you, my love. So if this video resonated with you, I want to hear from you inside the comments. Tell me, are you planning on visiting Bangkok? Have you been here before? What was your experience like? If you are gay and you're thinking about coming here, let me know if there's anything that you are currently scared about. If this video helped you, if this video inspired you, send it to a friend, let them know. Maybe you can plan a trip together. Subscribe for more content from me. I love you guys so much. Thank you.